So it's Wednesday, November 12th, 6:34 PM. Let's call this meeting of the Wakefield Board of Health to order. Maybe we'll start with public participation. Anyone on this evening for public participation, not including things that are going to be discussed later on in the agenda? Anybody with a public comment right now?
Looks like nobody's raising their hands.
So if there's no one on, we will close public participation. Did you guys have an opportunity to review the minutes?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I
And
did.
Is anyone prepared to make a motion?
Yeah, I am. Did you read them?
I did read them.
Okay.
Yeah. Make a motion second.
I'll make a motion to accept the
Oh, I
minutes
thought
of
you
the
already
meeting
did that.
on
Jim,
from October 3rd, 14th, I'm sorry.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Silva.
I'm Macaulay.
Linehan, so moved. Excellent. Are we thinking, we're gonna go in order? Is there anything?
Yeah, we'll go in order. The
Alright.
first things are quick, so.
So next we'll be discussing Joe's Ice Cream's appeal.
Yes, so just so the board has an update, last time was was not last meeting, previous meeting. We discussed Joe's ice cream permit, ice cream truck permit. The board had asked, sorry, do you guys mind if you keep it down? Sorry.
You could step outside.
You guys can speak outside in the hall if you want.
Fine.
Yeah, thank you. So Joe's ice cream truck, 2 meetings ago, the board had asked us to look into potential issues in Reading and Woburn. I since reached out to the health departments and the police departments there. They don't have any records of any issues in those 2 towns involving Joe's ice cream truck. So the original incidents still stand here, but nothing new that we discovered in Reading or Woburn. So I know the board was considering several options: revocation, temporary suspension, reinstatement of the permit. It's also out of season now, so there will be some time before he will operate again. But
Is this permit expired? Does it expire like at the end of October or something, or?
I think it expires at the end of November.
Like he didn't apply for this year, right? So
Right.
it's 2024, his permit.
So it's been expired all of this season because
It has been.
because
Yeah.
we had issues with the practices that were done before. Yeah, so he would be applying for the next permit, to which if the board decides to allow him to operate, then we would not deny the permit.
So he hasn't applied yet?
Not yet.
Okay, but I guess we're preemptively deciding what we would do if he applied.
If he were to apply again, which at the last meeting that they were here, they implied that they were interested in applying for a new.
Okay.
And when does the new application have to be in? Is that February or March?
It's a funny season. It's like March.
March.
I think March through October or November.
Baseball season.
Yeah.
I mean, the permit's due before you want to operate. So whenever, for the new
Yes.
season. So if they want to operate by March, they need to get it in before, and we always ask for at least 14 days to review a permit application. So for 14 days before March 1st.
And just the issue was, remind me please, did it happen in Stoneham? The most recent
Correct.
issue?
The most recent issue happened in Stoneham, in 2024. There was an incident at a school involving some kids.
It was the kid gave, the story was that the kid gave them $100 bill and they were trying to sort it out, and then it became a bit of it like a.
Another kid's parent stepped in. There was a little bit of miscommunication potentially, small altercation where the ice cream truck owner may have grabbed him by the shirt and kind of got into a space. Police got there, it was already separated. They weren't, still fighting.
So no charges.
No charges were filed. Change was then made when the police were there, and then everyone moved on their own away, so.
But the issue is, this is not the first time.
This is not the first time. I think in the last packet, we had included things like altercation in 2022 with a rival ice cream truck that they got into an altercation where he took a bat to the truck or a stick to the truck. He's gotten into verbal altercations with other people, but nobody has pressed charges.
At that last meeting, I think he was in the hospital. I thought
He was still in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually have not heard from them since, so.
I'm surprised not to see anyone here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agree.
I thought they would come back. Plus, we had given him the interpretation, right? We gave him a
Device,
device
yes.
for that. And was he using that at all?
He said he was.
Yeah.
I mean, again, there's no translator device is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like he said he was using it.
Can we table it and wait until an application actually comes in? And,
Could.
you know, who's on the application, because suppose now it's one of the children and not him, you know?
Yeah. Well,
I think that's less likely because his son lives in California,
Yeah,
right?
he's in
Yeah.
medical school.
Yeah, and I think the daughter is here.
She lives out of
Oh,
state,
okay.
yeah.
if it just doesn't matter procedure, would it be more helpful if we receive an app? So maybe we just we table this and we wait until the application comes in and then we hold it for review for the board. So whenever, like, so if it comes in time for like the March meeting, then we do it before the March meeting, like for the March meeting. If we do it for April, whatever it might be.
Yeah. I feel like that would make sense to
I
see
think
what,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
He may not be back. I know he was very ill, so maybe, and he doesn't have anybody, nobody could help him now that the son was out of state going to school, so.
Okay. So the board could vote to not deny a permit. And then on your direction, we could just
Review
bring
and
it back up when it comes up,
Yes.
if it comes up. Yeah.
maybe we can make a motion
Apply
to
for.
continue this or to
Do
table
we
this.
Table
until-
it?
Yeah.
Make the motion.
Table.
Table it?
You can make a motion to table it. I have to check with Tom Mullen. So I know the rules are different. I'm just trying to think like town councils, you can only table things, I think sometimes for like 45 days or something, and then it has to go back to committee but it's different for boards of health. I just mean like, it might be cleaner if you guys just vote to not deny the permit, and then when it comes in, we'll just bring it back to the board as a matter of,
Maybe today we'll say to not deny his permit with the understanding that if he submits a permit, his permit will be reviewed.
be reviewed upon,
receipt.
yeah.
Okay.
we'll make a motion.
Make a motion?
I'll make a motion to not deny the permit, to review at the time it's received.
Excellent.
I second it.
All in favor?
Silver eye.
Oh, Macaulay, aye.
Linehan, aye. Okay, cool. The overlook non-compliance order with the order to correct?
Yes, so just a small update on that. We have heard nothing from the landlord, and we have not heard from the tenant either. I'm not entirely sure the tenant still lives there. I think last time at the meeting, he had
That
mentioned,
was the one with the tiles, that thing with the bathroom.
oh, the bathroom,
Bathroom, yeah.
With the man who was living there with his daughter?
yes.
Yeah.
And the folks were here, that,
Yes.
yeah.
Landlords.
Yeah.
Well, Dan has reached out several times. We have not heard from the landlord. We're actually not entirely sure if the tenant still lives there.
Mm.
So there's no way for him to verify if the things were fixed yet either. But they actually have until November 14th to fix it, which is in a few days.
Friday.
So nothing for us to do right now. So if we don't hear from them, what we have to do is we have to take it to the next step and go to housing court, which is not necessarily the board has to deal
But
with.
we haven't heard from the tenant either.
No, but I don't know that he still lives there. So maybe he doesn't have input anymore.
When you don't hear from the tenant by the due date of the 14th, do you send like a certified letter or anything to?
Yes,
You do.
we'll send a certified letter, basically, letting them know that we'll be filing this in housing court because they have an update on as to issues being fixed. So
If it's vacant,
Right.
like
So-
what's the, I guess, rush for them to?
there's no real rush, but so I don't know if Dan explained it last time. So we, as a housing code, we can prescribe certain timeframes for things to be fixed. But under the housing code, the longest time to be fixing something is 30 days.
Hmm.
So the first time they came was because they exceeded the 30 days.
Mhm.
But it sounded like they were kind of on it and there were
Right.
delays with contractors.
Due to reasonable circumstances, the board voted to extend that time frame by however many days. November 14th is from that. And then, but we said that if they don't meet this window, then they've technically been in breach of the housing code. Even if it is vacant, they still have an order out to fix it. So that's why we have to continue moving forward the case.
They need to respond to Dan so he can come in and inspect.
Correct.
Make sure that they've done what they needed to do.
So even if they just tell us, even if they reach out to us before the 14th and say, hey, can you come inspect on like the 18th? That's fine. We just need an answer before the 14th.
And you've gotten zero from them.
We've gotten no communication from them.
Okay.
And our concern, the reason we follow up even on units that have been vacated, is because we don't want new tenants to move in and then experience something similar.
Mm.
Do you do a preemptive, reach out to them to say we're ready to do the reinspection?
So we've reached out to
You
them.
just haven't heard from
We
them?
just haven't heard from
Oh,
them.
I thought you just mean they haven't been in touch with you.
Oh,
You
no.
Reached out and
Yeah.
they haven't responded
Correct.
to
Yeah.
your.
Dan's reached out a couple times just to follow up. His deadline is coming up and we haven't heard anything.
And there's like a paper trail.
Yeah, I think he's been emailing.
Yeah.
And after you do notify them, if they don't notify you by the 14th and you have to go to court over this housing court, how long do they have actually from you saying that you're going to start procedures? Can they during that time complete what should have been done and then not have to go to housing court?
Yes, if they complete all the work and they call us in to do an inspection and everything is fixed, then we'll just dismiss. We'll ask the court to dismiss the case and we'll move on. So that would be in the best interest of all parties. I think it's a huge waste of time for us to go to
Mhm.
court, but we
Yeah.
will if we have to. So
Okay.
Okay, so what do we need to do? Like, do we need to act or do you need anything? about that?
no, this is just because the timing of the meeting fell before the due
Right.
date. There's really nothing for the board. to do.
Basically, if you don't hear from them in 2 days, you have a plan.
Yes, correct.
Then I guess on to the discussion about the open meeting law complaint.
Yes, so I'm not gonna get into too many details. I did include the information, so an open meeting law violation or a complaint was filed by Miss Julie Scott back on October 3rd against the Board of Health. These are the emails that I received from our town clerk. So there was a little bit of a snafu in communication, so I know Miss Scott was looking for an answer more was within the 14 days. We missed this because I think one of the things is the email went to board.of.health@Wakefield MA instead of the Board of Health email. So we had a difficult time tracking the email down, but here are the emails. So there is a narrative she wrote. She expresses concern about the Wakefield Public School Youth Risk Behavior Survey funding related to the Public Health Excellence Grant. She attaches the open meeting law complaint and the formal state documentation in the second document, open meeting law complaint form. It's just the form that the Attorney General's office uses. The board can read this, and then there's a more lengthy description of her concerns in the next document. She talks about the school committee, school student services subcommittee meeting in this document. All that being said, what we have to do tonight is that the board needs to vote to delegate this response to Tom Mullen, our town council. So there's no real response that needs to be done tonight from the Board of Health. It's just the Tom Mullen will be taking charge of this because it's open meeting law violation. So
So we need to delegate him to act on our behalf.
correct.
Um,
So I have a quick question.
Sure.
I'm just noticing this email on your from your email
Yes.
was October 28th. So you said this was filed October 3rd?
Correct.
You can see underneath her email was sent the 3rd.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. The date on the top is the forward date, so I forwarded this to myself so I could print it.
I see. Okay.
Mhm.
So the
You just look down a little bit.
the October, yeah. So the October 3rd, so we are outside of the 14-day window to respond to an open meeting law violation, but I think we just missed it because like there was a bit of a typo with the email. She did email it to the town clerk, and so we eventually did get it. But the normal procedure generally is to include
Was that how you got it, being the town clerk?
Yeah.
She forwarded.
forwarded it.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, so it was, well, actually Julie then notified the town a second time saying she hadn't heard back, and then that's when we found out that we had missed this because the email was not typed correctly, but.
It just seems like kind of a long time to be lost. I mean, what happens if things are sent to the wrong email address?
They usually receive a bounce back, so I'm not sure as to why she didn't receive a bounce back, because usually if you email like a non-valid email address, it should bounce back and say not received by, so and so, but in this case, I'm not sure why she didn't receive a bounce back, but either way, I'm sure the town's happy to address this violation. We just didn't receive it. This is the information that Tom will be reviewing. I think Tom may reach out to the board. He may even attend the next meeting after we delegate authority to him to respond.
I'm just a little confused and I'm sorry again, but just because the top of the Board of Health, the long version of the email address is the same as the email address that was used down at the,
In the 2 line, I see it, yeah,
yeah, in
That's-
the October 3rd and the October 28th.
yeah. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Our emails have always been Board of Health at Wakefield, so without the dots, we've always been Board of Health at Wakefield and previously wakefield.ma.gov or .us. Now it's the same thing at wakefieldma.gov, so I'm not entirely sure why we didn't receive this, but
Is there something we should be concerned that other emails are?
so after I heard from Julie, I did reach out to our IT department just to make sure that there were no other emails. And I've actually asked them to include this email as a separate email so that if something gets sent there, it'll get forwarded to the correct one because it's I guess this could be a common mistake on the email. So we should receive anything, but they checked, they haven't received anything else that we've missed, so.
I'm guessing the clerk assumed that we had got it. Is that?
Maybe, yeah, I guess, the clerk probably just assumed that we already got it when she saw the Board of Health email on there.
Uh-huh.
So I think that's what it was. So Julie reached out a second time, which prompted us to go look and, you know.
I just, Betsy's so thorough. I'm surprised that
Yeah.
it took so long that I don't know. I guess I have concerns
I-
about this whole transition and.
I just think the whole thing too is the fact that we didn't get it. You know, if we got it, I've been in other positions, we usually get it and we make sure it goes to the clerks, or a lot of times your clerk will pick up the phone or something or send an email to that department and say, did you receive this? Because they're requesting something.
Yeah, and Betsy's very thorough.
Yeah.
I will also
Well,
say it was,
But I think, I can't remember the date. Remember when there was the change in the emails? So that might have been around that. It might have just got mixed up and probably went to somebody's junk.
yeah, well, and also Betsy was in the middle of election preparation.
Yeah, so, yeah. I think
Again, it was a very busy,
I've seen them get lost.
so, yeah, so this is the information that Tom will be reviewing. He will, if he needs to, he will reach out to the board to ask questions. He may reach out to us to ask questions, but yeah, so the board, but unfortunately, Tom can't do that at the board until the board delegates authority to him to do.
And so Tom is gonna essentially kind of investigate. He's gonna talk with
Correct.
Ms. Scott and listen to what she has to say in addition to read what she already.
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
And then he will formulate a response and the board will see it and then.
And then I guess the next meeting, we're gonna, like, does this get discussed more?
I can ask Tom. I assume he will discuss it more at the next meeting.
So we need to make a motion to, I guess, authorize Tom to act on our behalf.
Yeah, I'll make a motion for Attorney Tom Mullen to act on the behalf of the Board of Health in this complaint against the violation of an open meeting law.
Yes.
I think, I guess that's the standard protocol, right? That he's town council, he's gonna review it, yeah. But I'm just, I wish that, today's the 12th, I had to double check that, but I wish that we had seen this so we could review it, have an understanding of what's going on. Being it was somewhat resolved on the 28th, that it's been buried somewhere.
Sure. So this is gonna be, this won't be reviewed or it won't be talked about until the next Board of Health meeting. The reason we didn't send this out was because the board couldn't have discussed it with each other until they delegate to Tom to investigate. We've also been out at MHOA for the conference in the past week, so.
Well, Tom has to review it, so that's fine with me. I second that. But
Yeah, I think that's what,
do wish, I do wish we had seen it sooner.
it is unfortunate that we
Yeah.
didn't get it sooner, but I don't know if that really changes what we need to do right now, which
No.
is to get him to act. Because I think even if we had seen it within the 14 days, we'd still need to get him to act on our behalf. We would have had the information sooner, which would have been much better,
Mhm.
but we would still need him.
That's correct, yeah, even if it was.
Oh, he has to react, yeah.
So
Yeah.
the delay is unfortunate, but I think the
Mhm.
outcome at this point is the same.
Well, yeah, no, of course, I understand your point. It's just that, you know, I don't want to be violating something tonight because
Yeah.
we don't know what's in this
Yeah.
violation, you know? So I agree, and I think we should be informed, but as, at the earliest opportunity, because it involves all,
Yes, that's
you know,
Yeah.
so, but, okay, I second to, you know, refer it over.
All right. All in favor?
Silver eye.
Macaulay, aye.
Linehan. Great. Okay. And then I guess the next item is the discussion about Peaceful Spa and Cherry Blossom Spa.
Um, yes, so who we have tonight is the owners of Peaceful Spa, and an interpreter.
Owners or,
Yeah, I believe it's the owner and his girlfriend.
Okay.
So what I'll do is, our interpreter is slated to do a consecutive interpretation, so that means, for the board and for myself, and we'll try to be better about just speaking, sending to two at a time, allowing her to translate, and then going back and forth. So, she may ask us to slow down a little bit so she can translate, correctly. That'll be fine. Just to give you guys a quick background, so, two investigations were done. This is Peaceful Spa. And then the second one we'll discuss is Cherry Blossom, who is not represented tonight. It looks like no one's here for Cherry Blossom. And these were both bodywork massage establishments. This was conducted last week by our Inspector Shelby with our police department, so. Any questions we can take after I present the case and then have them speak as well, and then the board can ask questions, is that okay?
should we ask them back in?
I'll go. Okay. Yes, or who are speaking?
He is the owner.
Will she be speaking as well?
就是谁会说话呢？到时候如果他要回答的话，是我跟他这样。
Okay.
He's my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend.
Okay. Okay, thank you for coming. This is our Board of Health. For the board, this is Miss Lee. She'll be our interpreter today.
Good evening.
Can you state your name?
Name 召开王 first name 召开
This is okay. Okay. Okay, so the board has the documents in front of you. I said the board has the documents in front of them.
哦，他们是不是有文件在呢？
The first document is from August 22nd, 2025. Okay,
yes
so the first is the order to cease and desist operations. On August 22nd, 2025, at 1 p.m., the Division of Licensure and Wakefield Health Department conducted a joint inspection of your business at Peaceful Spa.
健康的个人的去
100块访谈
Yeah.
As a result of the inspection, it was determined that you are operating a bodyworks and massage establishment without a permit or license.
这就是我第一时间交了钱，卫生部门申请过一次，没进去。
I pay $500 for the penalty. And I apply for it.
采访上申请正常正常。
Can you let us finish this before we keep going?
Oh.
Yeah. So, oh, I'm sorry, not you, I mean,
Oh.
So Accordingly, they were issued a cease and desist all operations immediately. And we stated that operations may not resume until they have submitted all required documentation and been granted a permit to operate in Wakefield. As you can see, we also notified them that they have a right to request a hearing with the Board of Health if they didn't agree with the order within 7 days. So this was the first investigation. And we issued a cease and desist. They were fined $500 by the massage board from the state. They paid that penalty, did not appeal the penalty. And they did not appeal our order as well.
The fine was for not having the correct, or not having a permit?
The $500 fine was not having a massage license from the state.
They never sent anything in writing requesting a hearing. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
When we went in August, we found evidence of people living at the establishment. Fully stocked fridge, bedding, living quarters, and lack of permits. And at the investigation, the owner was not present.
Was an application submitted at all after the initial visit in August?
Yes, an application was submitted on August 28th, I believe.
For massage to the state or for body work
Body Works.
to the town of Wakefield?
And then they also submitted a license application to the state for massage. And just to clarify for the board, massage and body work are two different things. You guys may already know this. So massage is regulated by the state, body works regulated locally. We then received information from several people that they continue to see activity outside of this establishment. So on Thursday, November 6th, Shelby, our inspector in the Wakefield Police Department and the State Massage Board came out to do an inspection. So upon arrival, the shades and all the windows were drawn and the open sign was turned off. The main entrance door had a curtain on the inside to prevent anyone from seeing in. However, there was a sign hanging on the door flipped to open. And the door was unlocked. They entered the building, and upon entering, it was very dark with no natural or overhead lighting. There was no permitting or licensure posted, only the establishment business license, which lists the business title as Peaceful Lotus Spa on the wall. Upon arrival, one room had a customer inside and there were 3 female employees on site. All the rooms had locks, with one room having an electronic keypad handle, which was shut. One of the officers that attended was there to help us translate. He spoke with the employees and explained why we were there. He informed the customers that they had to leave the establishment. As it was not licensed, and they asked that the door with the keypad be opened. So before leaving, the customer stated he was there for a massage service, which was the establishment's second unlicensed massage. This is the second related offense, and so the state fined them $2,500 this time. The kitchen had a full-size fridge freezer, same as the first time we inspected. They were actually in the middle of food preparation upon arrival at the inspection. There was also a jar with a toothbrush on the dresser stored in the kitchen. In the basement, there was a spare couch and a massage bed with items stored on top. As well as a portable clothing rack with women's clothing hanging next to a laundry basket. And due to this second violation, the state is denying their permit application, license application for a massage license. So this report has a lot of details in it, but this is a flagrant violation of the rules. We have told them several times that they cannot operate, and they continue to. So it's a little bit out of order, but the next two emails are from Cherry Blossom, so you can skip over those. And then the last email is from Peaceful Spa. So this last email details our follow-up inspection on November 10th, when they should have been closed. Around 3:40 PM. So Shelby and I went. So a similar situation when we went in, no open sign. But the door opened, lights were very dim. We were greeted by a female employee that we didn't recognize. And then this time the owner, Mr. Zhao Kai, was there. We informed them that they did not have a massage license or a body work permit. So we then proceeded to ask if there are any customers in the establishment. Mr. Zhao Kai told us that there were no customers in the establishment. So we proceeded to conduct our investigation. We opened all the rooms, except for the last one. So the final room, one female employee exited the locked room, and a male customer came out of that room as well. The male customer was asked if he was there for a massage, to which he responded yes. And then he promptly left. So we determined that they continue to operate. We notified the state massage license board. And we bring this to the board because we wanted to notify these ongoing violations. They have submitted a permit application for Body Works. We have denied that permit based on past behavior. The state is denying their massage license. The only person that has held a massage license here is the owner, Mr. Zhao Kai, and the other women there do not hold a license. We've also notified the landlords of each building. And then the reason we started the investigation in the first place, you'll see the first 3 letters are orders to cease and desist operations a second time. After the August letter, there's a November letter. The following packet has a lot of advertisements on third-party websites. Some of them are quite explicit. Not all of them happened within the last year, but some have. After the website hot.com, there is a list, there is several advertisements posted on their Yelp page. So you'll see one shot of Peaceful Spa. One shot of an unknown person, potentially a customer that went there. And then the next 2 pictures are scantily clad women. With the phone number and advertising that they have new girls.
This is the phone number to the spa.
Right. The next couple websites are well-known websites, unfortunately for illegal services to be provided. You'll see several pictures with the phone number attached to them. With suggestive advertising. I won't get into the details of the next ones, but the next listing is just a screenshot. Bless you.
Thank you.
Just a screenshot of the Google searches. When you put in their phone number, these are the results that come up. Based on our bodywork regulations that the board passed last year, advertising is a big piece. Though we may not catch people in the act of doing something illicit, we do find that they have been living there, which is not allowed either due to the zoning as not a residential zoning area. Were there any questions by the board?
I wish I printed out the email you sent to the board to bring us up to, alert us to what was going on. But I felt like I read something about some of the women had been referred to victim services. Did I miss
Yes,
that?
so, did you hear that?
另外呼吸管按摩都有女性客人。
So I have a female with customers. Sometimes they're a
Okay.
couple come together
Okay.
at the do the massage.
So my question is if, the police were involved and if you're referring someone to victim services, the trafficking, concerns, Is there a place that it's escalated to within the state for trafficking, that type of thing?
It's,
它就是这些事件被涉及到。
so when there's suspicions of potential trafficking, we usually escalate with the police and they have connections with the DA's office. DA's office has victims advocacy resources. Yeah. And if they decide that they are not in any trouble or they do not accept the resources, which was this case, they're not forced to.
还要看
And these are mostly reasonable suspicions. We are looking at online advertising and we're also looking at pattern of behavior.
And what was the timeline between them submitting their application after the initial inspection in August? So they submitted an application on the 28th. What happened to it?
It was denied.
Because of it was denied because they had previously been operating without one?
Correct, yes.
Okay. And was that the primary reason why it was denied?
It was for both operate. Are we going too fast?
对，可能特别
Sorry. So the question, also, sorry, can you repeat your question again?
So I wanted clarification on the timeline. My understanding was that after the inspection in August, that they did submit an application for bodywork?
就是8月份的时候，他们检查之后，也有提交过申请。
我才知道，
Yeah.
就是因为检查我才知
So
道。
after the inspection, I know I need to submit the license. Before I didn't know.
在网上申请，
After the inspection, I apply online for the license, the permit.
还来过这边好几次。
I came here before to apply for the permit.
So, yes, they applied, we denied it not only because they didn't have a body works permit and they operated, they also didn't have a massage license and they operated.
其实
Did the state also refuse their,
We'll wait for them to finish first.
did the state also refuse them a massage license after this August 22nd, when they reapplied?
So the state received a license application after this. They paid the $500 fine and didn't appeal.
他说，他问说有没有拒绝。第二次理书，那里2,500上诉。
Based on-
500块。
I didn't appeal, but I went to apply for the state permit.
Yes. Yes, so he didn't appeal, he went for a state license. They asked us if we knew if they had a valid business certificate here in Wakefield. To which we said no, because I had asked for the business certificate be pulled after we found that they were operating illegally and living in the establishment. We then produced a business certificate that did not show a notary from the town. It looks like they changed the original business certificate notary to another notary. So based on this and the second violation of operating without a license, the state has denied their license application.
How long have they been operating in Wakefield?
How long have they been operating in Wakefield?
有就是运行的
1月份1月16号开始。
since January 16 this year.
January 16th of this year.
Was the business operated by a different group prior to that?
Yes, there was a establishment before.
That was fully licensed, am I correct?
No,
No,
they did not have their massage license or their body work permit.
Mr. Wang took over the business in January?
Correct.
And when he took over the business, was there ever an application to provide bodywork services?
是你从上手租过来之后，你有没有申请那个执照
不知道，我就拿了个营业执照就开了。
？Yeah, I didn't know I need to apply for the spa permit. I just got the operation license and then I start.
啥都不知道就开业。
I didn't know what
嗯，
permit or license I need to apply.
Does he own any other, own or operate any other businesses in the state of Massachusetts?
拿出还有其他的店在运营吗？
我有运营，我Newton还有一家，我是刚刚9月份刚刚接手的。
I have another one in Newton, starting in September this year.
Can we ask what the name is?
知道这个名字叫什么？
叫民仪18，我也刚刚接手，还没，我因为这边店又出事了，那边我都还没开始是属于我的时候，
就是你开始做了吗？
我还没开始，但是我已经在申请了，我的卡片下来，马上我就可以接手。
就是你租了，但是还没开始运行。
还没运行，但是我卡片什么申请下来，就是许可证下来。
I have a permit in Newton, but I have not started operation yet.
Okay.
许可证下来了。
Okay, what is the registered name?
你知道那个登记的名字叫什么
我现在是登记 Flower Spa，
Flower Spa?
？Flower Spa.
对对对，
Flower Spa.
以前叫民仪18，
Before it's a Lingling Spa.
Ling Spa?
林仪
Ling Spa?
，yeah，
Okay. So,
Flower Spa now, and it was called the.
yes, but it's not open yet.
Okay, so he
He says he has a permit, but not open yet.
hasn't opened yet. Okay.
这个店我要去经营Newton。
Anthony. You've denied, your department's denied him a permit, and the state's denied him the massage permit.
Correct.
So, and you filed a cease and desist. What point does this become a police matter? I mean, and stops being a board of health, because where do you go from here?
So, before he wanted to tell you that, he planned to operate the, spa in Newton by himself and the Wakefield one will be operated by his girlfriend here. So, I'm sorry, can you say again the question?
So the question was, what point does this stop being a Board of Health problem and more of a police problem?
If you have no permits.
If you have no
Town.
permits.
没有证件的时候，还继续。
That's a good question.
当时
Because you're not, police officer.
是从8月底，
8月之后还能运行。
运行我那个时候运行，因为要交罚金嘛，但我交了罚款，我以为可以。
So I didn't know I need a permit or license until August, end of August. And I had to make a living, so I continued to do it.
第一时间我就去交了，
But
但是我知道需要认领的，他就去考试。
I tried to apply for a license and ask my girlfriend to get a license.
So to answer your question, the police are involved.
Yeah, I saw.
What we can do is if they continue to operate and ignore our cease and desist, we can take them to civil court.
Okay. Would be the next step.
Hmm.
没收到通知。
There is no pathway to getting a permit. Unless they appeal and the board wants to take this up, there's no pathway to get a body work permit from us. The massage license is outside of our jurisdiction.
Mhm.
And
It's not-
has an appeal been applied? Is there? So,
Well, this happened today. So the investigation happened, we served them the cease and desist today, so they have 7 days to appeal. It says on the letter that they can.
But if he does get, if the state does decide that they want to give him a massage license, am I correct? They
Uh,
do that now?
They could,
Do it.
Appeal to the state separately, right?
He'd have to appeal, right?
correct, yes.
And if he did appeal,
Yes.
and by chance, they decided that they wanted to give him that massage
Yes.
license, right? He still would not be able to operate. Am I not correct here in the town of Wakefield if we did not issue him a Body Works?
No, so the state's massage license is separate
He would
from our,
He would just have one for the
You could-
massage only, right?
correct,
Nothing except massage.
correct. So only massage,
And then the Board of Health is out of it because it's a state issue.
correct.
Yeah.
Unless,
The-
unless there were complaints that they were providing body works, which is a amorphous practice. Hard to nail down.
A tangled web.
Yeah.
If the permit did not come from here,
Mm.
as, you know, it kind of feels again like a police issue if there's something nefarious going on, yeah.
So the only other time we can go in would be if there was a complaint filed to us, or do we have the right to go in if somebody complained about the cleanliness of a massage parlor and go in to inspect them?
If the complaint was strictly a cleanliness of a massage parlor, that would still be the state's jurisdiction.
To the state, right? Okay.
State, interesting.
We've been in close contact with the state's massage board. Kind of hard not to because I'm on it, but
Sure.
they're well aware of the issue. They are keeping a close eye. We will involve the police as necessary, but this time
Yeah.
comply.
So this is really just like an information sharing
Correct,
conversation here. No one has appealed or,
correct.
right?
那客人是闭上眼
If they were to decide to appeal, then the board would have to consider their application.
They would have to file an appeal.
Correct.
Mhm. And they have not filed, right?
No.
At all?
I can ask them. In the letter, it says that they can appeal our decision for 7 days. They can do that either in person or in writing.
信件里面说你用7天的时间去上诉，你可以在这里上诉，也可以信或者上诉，但你要在这个时间段之内要做。
有这个问题。上诉跟我说了一句，他说我们去上诉是为了不愿交这个钱。他说我知道我违规了，所以我去交了这个钱，所以你去上诉。
The PCA told me the goal of the appeal is to waive the fine. So I thought I actually did something wrong, so I paid the fine. I didn't know I need to appeal for the decision.
The decision for the permit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, this is a separate one, so this is for the permit, so you can appeal for the permit. We have not issued fines, the state has issued fines.
就是他是这个上诉是关于这个证件的，就罚款是另外一个问题。所以如果你觉得你那个证件的问题，你觉得我就是
Did the board have any other questions?
Yeah, he lives in New York, am I not correct? He doesn't live in the state of Massachusetts, Mr. Wayne?
He has a New York address listed, but he tells us he lives in Quincy.
Is he?
Quincy, yeah.
Quincy.
Oh, sorry, Quincy,
Is he?
Quincy, Mass.
In the Mass?
I didn't know I need to appeal for the permit, so I continue to operate. I thought I just paid the fine and then I can continue.
Okay, well, this is a new order, and so now he has 7 days to appeal if he wants to.
他现在给你新的，然后你就有7天的时间。
为啥你给我他马上要分离？
Does the board have any other questions?
Guess not at this time.
No, I don't think
Guess you gotta
so.
wait to see if they appeal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
There's no other questions. If you decide to appeal, the board will be the one to listen to your appeal.
这样说的话，他们会再重新考虑。
我现在有这个问题，现在关门我不开了，我等他毕业了，我到时候我再去申请，他还得因为我 房租好。
Yeah, since I have to pay the rent, if my girlfriend got the license, can I continue to open? If she got the license.
You were talking about massage license.
Yeah. But I have one question. Body work just need the massaging license go to apply.
So I have to get a massage license and then I can apply the body work license.
Those are two different things. Massage license is a state license, body work is a local permit.
但是
这个
我
body
在
work
但是
是本地的。
我知道，但是我在网上申请 body work 需要提供我的按摩证。
So when I apply to the body work license, they need my massage license.
Say one more time.
对，就在
So
这里。
when I try to apply the body work license, they request me to provide the massage license.
前提是我要有按摩证。还是
I had to have the massage license to apply for the body.
You do
work.
not have to have one for the other. They're two separate things.
他说它是两个不同的东西，你不需要拿按摩证去申请。
网上卫生部健康的内部是这样的。
Yeah, I tried to apply online, but it didn't go through because I didn't have the massage license.
No, we denied it because you were operating without a license, operating illegally and living in the establishment.
哦，他说他上次拒绝是因为没有证件，你又旅行了，然后你又住在那。
但是还是要有按摩证才申请，他按摩证还在读书呢，还没考。
Yeah, since she cannot get the license until next month, so she had to get the license so she can apply for the massage license.
Yes, she can apply for the massage license, but that has nothing to do with our
那
current.
就是我帮忙，到时候等他毕业可以。
So if she get the license, can I apply again?
You can apply again and then we'll make a decision then.
他说你到时候他拿到证的话，你再申请看一下他批不批。
那我就是说，我就是一个无证经理。那种
在那
对，所以
我们没有住在那里，只是在那里。
我们没有住在那里，
只是
平时
洗澡。
平时因为比较远，这个你们要跟他讲。还有一个，就像他们说的，他怀疑我做性服务行业，我不管怎么样，我不会把我老婆拿去做这个。这个你说
we
是好几
didn't
年了。
yeah, we just take a shower and have wash there because it was far away from my home, Quincy. Since she's my girlfriend, I would not allow my girlfriend to do the illegal sexual activity.
所以他们不能让我们，我感到很委屈。
Yeah, I feel frustrated since I didn't do that.
We don't know who it is, but we have suspicions based on advertisements. Maybe it's not your girlfriend, maybe it's all of the other female workers that are there.
他说，他的广告呢让他比较怀疑，因为上面有其他的女性，可能不是你的朋友，有可能是其他的女性。
对，所以说我说现在是让我感到了一个恐惧，就跟我对未来充满了恐惧。不要交啊，我七七八八的，然后我证件考了这么多，我一整年都没有赚钱，花了这么多钱。
Since I invest a lot in the shop and I didn't earn, so I just worry about how I can keep going.
I can't give you business advice, but I would say there's really no path forward for a body work permit or for a body work permit. Unless if you want to appeal, this board will listen, but the massage license is also outside of our control, so.
我知道我会再申请，到2个月，我考2个月，他毕业我再去申请。
但是马上是 state 的 body work 是本地的，你需要有这些证件，你才能做相应的
那就是说，我要正常的 body work 还是我要正的州里的
massage.
，2个都需要什么？
So I need the 2 license, one from the town and another from the state.
Yes, if you are doing body works, you need a permit from the town. If you are doing massage, you need a license from the state. You do not need both to do one or the other. You just need the one that you're doing.
就是如果你做按摩，你需要州的；如果你做 body work，就需要 town。
那我考证，我肯定是做按摩证的。
Yeah, I think that she will have a massage license, so we will do massage.
那这个我肯定的，不然我考心肝。
Okay, then that process is through the state.
但是还是需要这样做。
All these different.
还是需要这个。好，我现在就帮你两个。
So I will close for 2 months and then until she get the license.
Okay. What is your name?
你叫什么名字？陈lei行。
Okay. Can she spell that for us? I maybe not. Do you think, I don't know if she can spell.
再说一次怎么说？
村里
春美徐春美徐。
To make sure, okay. Can you write that down? Okay, does the board have any other questions?
I know it's through the state, but can you or will you get a copy of that license if it is issued through the?
Yes, I,
Oh, okay, good.
we are one of the we're the deciding board, so this will come before us.
Okay.
He did state that this place in Newton he doesn't have opened yet. Is that because he's applied for licenses there or a business certificate? What does he have presently in Newton that he knows he's going to be able to open this facility in September?
9月份出了，那为什么现在还没开？是因为你等那个证照，还是说什么其他原因？
这边出问题。
Because something happened here, so I didn't open there. I have to settle the business here first.
Okay, what documents does he have? Does he already have business license? Does he have permits?
那就是你有什么证据？就是你有你有在日本你有那个安证，
对呀，
那你有开店的那个。
我有我老婆可以去车上把我那卡片拿出来，就在那个抽屉。
Yeah, I have my massage license and I also have a permit in my car if you want to see.
Oh,
要看我可以看。
that's fine. Do you guys want to see it?
He has a massage license from the state himself personally?
He has showed me a card with his license, yes. So,
His, right? And he's also stating that he has a permit,
he's saying he
open up like a Body Works in Newton, because I
said,
think they have,
he's
the same-
saying he does.
does have it.
Massage? So you have a massage establishment license from the state?
Yeah, now I know, so I get it.
So you have one right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
因为我现在知道了，所以我
Yeah, since I didn't know in August, I know now, so I applied one in.
can we see it?
可以进。
Yeah, I can go to get it,
但是我还不确定这能不能。
but I have not opened that shop yet. I'm not sure if it's.
One second.
He's gonna get the,
He's gonna get them, I'd just like to see what he has already issued from them.
sure.
And I think I'm a little familiar with their Body Works and I think they're kind of in line with us, because we all did ours from Boston and Cambridge. And I think Newton also did it.
I believe so, yeah.
Mm.
All right, this whole translating thing's new for me.
Yeah.
It's hard to go back and forth slowly. Thank you. You've done a wonderful job. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
But it's interesting too. I mean, it seems like he wasn't aware that he has no legal right to operate right now. So maybe that's something that needs to be reinforced with him for Wakefield, then you can help him with that information.
So, only on the cease and desist. I know he claimed he doesn't know he couldn't operate, but it says he can operate. on the order, so,
He said he didn't know in August, but he know now, so he applied one in Newton.
okay. Okay. I just think the flagrant disregard for following the rules has been very concerning for us. I've actually heard from, when I was at MHOA, there was another, you guys may have heard in Methuen, there was a huge issue with Body Works. They closed down approximately 10 places. The director there came up with an interesting solution. So generally, we can't use our housing code to condemn a non-housing establishment. But because someone was potentially living there, they used that as a reason to use the housing code and they condemned and boarded it up, which is a very, very interesting point.
Yeah.
Right?
Also for other board members, in the state of New Hampshire, in certain areas, I sent Anthony an article. They're also having a lot of difficulty with the same situation and are looking into it.
So this is a massage therapy establishment license. So for every massage place, you have to have an establishment license, and every practitioner has to have their individual license.
Oh,
So this looks like a license expiration 10/22/26.
So I want similar things that happen in Newton, so I didn't dare to open it, yes. I want to settle here first.
Okay.
He has a license to operate a massage
Establishment.
establishment in Newton. Is that what that's?
Correct, yes. He says he has not started, but he has one.
How long ago did he get that?
Uh,
So why he's waiting so long?
October 22nd.
October 22nd.
So that's why he's taking so, waiting to open up that business in Newton?
He says he's waiting to open because he's had issues here, so he doesn't want to open and have issues there. So he wants to resolve the issues here before he opens in Newton.
And he purchased this place, this peaceful spa on Main Street in January of 2025? Is that correct?
26号在今年在这里。
对，也
Yeah, I rest, yeah.
就开到现在，开到现在。
Yeah, I opened in January 22nd until now.
So he's renting starting from January 22nd of this year.
We started renting
Yes,
in
correct.
January.
I have to pay rent every month.
And can I ask you, what are the issues that he's saying that he knew he had here? And when did he know? Is that when you went in August?
Yes,
State went in? So from January to August, he thought everything was fine, right? And
Yes.
continued to operate. Once you went in August and told him no, he still continued, right? And didn't really apply, went in for the mask. And at the same time, also went into another city. Am I correct, to open up a facility?
sounds,
But is waiting on that one.
that sounds correct, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
is he aware, and can we make this known to him, that everyone working in the establishment providing massage services has to be individually licensed for that?
In order to receive a massage establishment license, you have to demonstrate knowledge that you know that. But I can tell him that, yeah.
Well, I mean, some things that aren't clear.
So just to make it clear, even if you have an establishment license, and even if you are a practitioner licensed, every single person working there has to have their own license.
就是这里哦，这个店的这个证，这店里的员工的每一个人呢，都需要他个人的
我知道，你看我开这家店的初衷就是为了我老婆到这家店去工作的，后面才知道需要证件，所以我老婆现在在学校在读书，她是7月7号读书，读到现在呢，马上要毕业了。
Yeah, this shop in Wakefield, I want to open it for my wife, for my girlfriend, and then so she has been studying, and then we'll get the license next month.
之前她也就是在店里工作的，
She was working there before.
Working there without a license.
对，也
她没有证，但是
对，那个我不知道，
I didn't know she need to get a license.
所以
Okay, so he's just saying that his girlfriend had operated there before without a license, okay.
后面
Does the board have any other questions for Mr. Zhao Kai?
I don't think so.
Not at this time.
Okay, we want to say thank you for coming. Yeah, thank you for coming. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You have 7 days to appeal this order.
就是我还是要去起诉。
就是他会给你一个新的证期限，然后如果你需要起诉，你要7天的时间去起诉。
它跟罚款没关系，我2500还是要取消。
So I had to pay the 2,500 difference.
That is a state, that's a state, that's a state
那
fine.
就
that's
是
not
所以
us.
说评估了，我当时媒体说的
那个是 state，这个
那我就上评估了，当时后来媒体说的。
烫的你要在烫的次数，state 你要去 say 的次数。
所以说你看我们英文不好就在那。
My English is not good enough to understand the different departments.
Okay,
因为我
okay,
来到
yes,
这边
but yes,
来的。
you should probably pay the 2,500.
但是你还是会便宜的。
对，但是我跟会计师说哈，会计师说去起诉这个，就是为了不愿付这个钱。我说那我
没有，你要看的内容那
所以所以我因为这种不同就在这里。对，这样子现在谢谢他，谢谢。
Okay, yeah, thanks for your
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so
Thank you.
much. Because you see, here London too much high. Newton and okay for China boss 1 month only 800.
The rent in Wakefield is much higher than the one in Newton.
Surprising.
So Newton I know no okay now. You see, I know, so I do.
So I cannot afford if no business there right now.
以前我是不知道，真的不知道。现在我知道了，但是我会把门关好，等他弄好。
So I know right now, so I will close it until she get the license.
Yes.
After okay, 拜拜。
Thank you.
谢谢。
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All set. Thank you. so
谢
much.
谢。
Sorry,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
那他的钱我怎么？我是
how can I pay the 2000? Oh, should I need
你
to
的
pay?
那个 transfer，
Oh, we're good.
那他会给我钱。
你们安排。
Yes.
谢谢谢谢，Thank you Thank you Thank you Thank you so much.
Okay,
Now you see made me, I know how to do.
yes,
Made me worry, you know, after I buy this.
yes.
So now I pay too much money. Too much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Good night. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
现在我们知道。
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Bye.
very much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, so,
Cherry Blossom?
Next.
Cherry Blossom, you guys still awake?
Yeah, yeah. Interesting, isn't it?
It's a lot.
Yes, so, thank you for sitting through this one. It looks like there are no representatives from Cherry Blossom here tonight.
We have joining us virtually.
I believe we have Shelby, our very own
Shelby.
inspector.
Hey, Shelby.
Great job. I believe she is viewing this from home. We have Scott,
Scott.
Scott McCauley.
Yeah.
Scott and Richard Greif.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe they're here for public comment, though. I think they were just here to watch, so.
Listen,
Okay.
thank you.
Hey, Mr.
Okay.
Greif.
So you guys are all done with Peaceful Spa. Any last questions or anything? I mean, I'm happy to answer them later too, but any last questions about Peaceful Spa that we didn't cover?
It sounds like we have this information and now they can decide to act or not, but they should not be operating right now.
Correct. So it's made crystal clear to them. If it's not crystal clear enough in the first
If
season,
they are operating, like Marcy mentioned, is this a police, like fully a police matter now?
yes, so the police won't go in there and take them out, because this is a civil issue rather than a criminal issue, but we will file this in court and we will get an injunction.
So once, if you do get complaints and people say they see people going in and out or something like that, then
Correct.
call them in. Okay, thank you.
I will do periodic checks. If anybody would like to let me know, if you see anything, I will also be happy to take tips as well.
Happy to do that for you.
So Cherry Blossom, 111 Albion Street. This narrative will sound very familiar to you because it's a very similar narrative to what happened at Peaceful Spa. On November 6th, you can see, I mean, I won't read the whole letter to you, but on November 6th, the same licensing board, same day, right after Peaceful Spa, us and the police department conducted a joint investigation. It was determined that they were operating a body works and a massage establishment without a permit or a license from the state. So the difference is in this case, the owner, her name is Junli Chu. She actually holds a bodywork establishment permit and a practitioner permit from our department. But at the time when they were inspected, she was not on site and there were several practitioners there that did not have permits. And nobody there holds a license for massage. So,
So the business is licensed, but the providers were not.
correct, yes.
And it, just to clarify, sorry. Could they operate if the business owner with the license was there?
Nope.
Okay.
Even if the person whose license is there, everybody still has to have their own license.
Thank you.
There's actually a mistake here. I said the massage licensing board issued a $500 citation for operating without a license. That's incorrect. That's actually $1,000 they issued. And during the November 6th inspection, the employees were told that they had to close immediately. And the employees did not have a license or practitioner permit. So same thing, we did a follow-up inspection on November 10th, which was Monday. Myself and Shelby went to follow up. The owner of the establishment was there and another person was there. She did not make clear what the relationship was for this other person that was there. We asked if it was an employee. She said no, it was just a friend, but it looked like the friend might have been working. There were no customers in at the time. But when asked if they were doing massage or bodywork services, they confirmed they were only doing bodywork at the time, which she does have a bodywork practitioner permit and an establishment permit for. However, the conditions that we found this time on the follow-up are very similar to the November 6th inspection, where we found beds, conditions for sleeping, basically a full kitchen setup with like hot plates and rice cookers and a fully stocked fridge, toothbrushes, household goods, strongly suggesting that they are living, that someone is living there. I don't know who, but someone of the workers may be living there. Based on these conditions, we found that this is still a dangerous situation. So we asked them to cease and desist all operations. They also have been given the opportunity to appeal our order for 7 days if they would like to appeal our decision. But I will also be revoking their permit, bodywork permit, establishment, and practitioner permit as well. They will also have the opportunity to appeal that to the board for 7 days when that happens, and they will be notified. We are doing this based on past behavior. And as you can see, there's an attachment here, same as the last one, just all these websites that are unfortunately hotspots for advertising inappropriate things. Some of these are quite explicit. They've been in operation for quite a while, Cherry Blossom. So some of these advertisements are third-party websites. Some of these are the own business's Google account. You'll see after the Yahoo pieces, there is a section with Google reviews that are screenshotted. You can see the dates are very recent, September, June. For some reason, they like to advertise with women that do not work there, suggestive advertising to potentially bring in business. This goes against our regulations. So that is another reason why we are revoking their permit to operate.
Can I ask you, we also have to notify the landlords of these establishments.
That's correct.
Do you get anything back from them, saying, that they didn't know this was going on, or what do they do to prevent it from happening again to them in their business? I mean, everybody needs they need their occupant to be there to pay for their building and their taxes. And I wonder, what do they ever give you anything back or say anything?
So the first thing you said was exactly what they said to me today, which was they had no idea this was happening. They did not know what kind of business it was. It was just that they were paying rent. So I informed them that this was happening, what kind of business they are running, and I sent them both. You'll see earlier, there's a highlighted copy, there's a non-highlighted copy, notice of order. It's just the cease and desist, but I wrote it in a form that informs them of what's happening. So they cannot claim they do not know anymore.
I was wondering on the Peaceful Spa, you mentioned a woman owns that. Who is the person that it's addressed to, the November 10th letter?
Sure. So the November 10th letter is addressed to the owner, Jun Lee Chu. And then the second letter next.
Owner of Cherry Blossom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Peaceful Spot owner was here tonight.
Right.
Was on then.
Then the second letter, right?
Oh,
sorry.
that's copied to the owner.
Correct, yes. So
Okay.
the next letter, I probably should have marked them, but the letter that's highlighted is to the establishment, and then the letter right next to right after is the landlord's copy. So the landlords are listed here in the letter. And I have spoken to both landlords over the phone today to inform them of what is happening at their establishments. They both acknowledge that they now know and that they should not be operating further.
Looks like you covered your,
So, so we've given them 7 days to appeal, so we may be before the board again, in the relative soon future, to discuss their permit, that we're revoking. And we'll probably present the same thing again, so.
Have we had issues with Cherry Blossom in the past?
Yes, so it's not included here, but we did conduct an investigation about a year and a half ago. We were gonna rewrite our bodywork regulations. We had gone, we had worked with them, they had applied for a permit. We had suspicions, but we didn't have enough information to go off of, so rather than hold them up, we rewrote our permit application, our permit regulation, sorry, we rewrote our regulations. So now we have up-to-date regulations. Now we can enforce those regulations. So.
Mm.
A big one was advertising, which the board might remember. Advertising was a big one that we were focused on.
Nothing on this, this one here on Albion Street. Have you gotten anything from any residents or other business owners in that area saying that they thought?
We've received some questions about what kind of services they operate, the late hours they're open. Our regulations for Bodyworks at least says that you have to be closed by 10. We've heard that they've operated later than that. That's just hearsay. We didn't verify that, but. So there were concerns about what kind of business they were running. So we will continue working on this. We have other establishments in Wakefield that we are interested in investigating. So we will continue our work and the board will receive a report if we do find any issues.
Okay.
yeah, sounds like.
And I just want to say this is, this is a sad business. This is, there are true victims here. The workers are unfortunately, I can't say for sure in this case because we don't have a written statement, but workers in this kind of issue are usually the ones being trafficked. So criminalization is not something that we are looking for. We are looking for ways to get them help. So.
Anything else about Peaceful Spa or Cherry Blossom from the board? Comments or no? Okay, thank you for presenting all that. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Health Director's report, but I also see.
Yes,
this-
so what you see as part of it, so there's really two things, well, sort of three things for the health director's report. One, I want to say a big thank you to Shelby. This is not the role she imagined she was playing when she stepped in to be a health inspector. But this is important work that they're doing, and so this is also very heavy stuff. She did a great job. She wrote very detailed statements of what happened and very detailed accounts. So we're happy with that. The second thing, MHOA conference happened at the early November and October. Maureen and I presented on nicotine-free generation for a second year, but this was an update meeting. Sorry, MHOA is the Massachusetts Health Officer Association Conference. This is a gathering of all the health departments, agents, directors, public health nurses, other public health staff at a conference out in Springfield. It happens every year. It's a chance to gain continuing education units. It's a chance to network, to learn more about how public health is growing and to share resources. The conference went really well. Maureen and I presented nicotine-free generation. We are now up to 19 communities that have adopted it, up significantly from last year. We are expecting a few more to potentially go into hearings the next couple of weeks. So we're very excited. There is a state bill for nicotine-free generation. We'll continue to monitor that, but we're hoping to see this spread so that other communities are protected as well. And the last thing for the health director's report is this food establishment inspection report. This is for Bao's Kitchen. This is at 109 Water Street, formerly known as Sabar. This is across from Shaw's. Due to some lack of communication, we had some kind of snafus in the town. There was a food permit submitted for this new establishment. So Save Bar closed and this one took over. They actually never completed their common vic license, and so there was some confusion there. And the food permit was never approved either. So they've been operating without a permit for a few months. When we went, it was actually due to a complaint from someone from the fire department who did an investigation there. They found a very, very strong evidence of fire hazard there. So just lots of grease all over the kitchen, unsanitary conditions. They called us, which is a great example of town collaboration. We went and we found that they had lots of issues. Dan actually wrote this report after he and I went. Lots of issues. There was no person in charge that was knowledgeable. We found lots of pests issues. There were cockroach droppings and dead cockroaches and rodent droppings. There was a lack of sanitation buckets. There was utensils stored out of compliance, and the big one's obviously the fire hazard that we found there. So we informed the person operating that they cannot open until they've completed all of their sign-offs for the town, which includes a new ANSEL system for fire suppression. They need that because their system has failed. And they cannot reopen both without an inspection from us and approval and the fire department to clear them. So at this time, they are closed until further notice.
When did Saba really close, like leave?
Save Bar might have closed. It would have been more, just about 3 months ago,
3 months ago. And Saba, am I correct in saying they were okay on their last couple of inspections? They had the problem with the rice, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did okay in their last couple inspections, definitely could have done better. Sabar didn't have any conditions that we deemed worthy of closure, but we did have some issues, so.
And then, so this new owner, they partially submitted a food and like,
It appears they submitted a partial application, and then they were also awaiting a fire inspection, which showed that they had a failed ANSEL system. So they couldn't operate either way, even if we had passed them.
right? Okay. And so this is not something we're thinking about, like a food inspector or anything like that. We're just,
No, actually, well, technically they don't even have a permit, so we wouldn't be able to assign a consultant. They just can't they can't even open until
all that stuff gets.
everything is done. Common vic, which goes before the town council, our permits, fire, all that, so.
Okay.
This is just more like an FYI for the board. If they
Okay.
hear about this, they are not a licensed establishment, so.
Do we have some kind of a system or some kind of communication when someone does come in here to town hall to open up a business, whether it's a restaurant or massage or something, that when they do come in, they could be directed to the other departments that they have to get permits from?
Yeah, so especially for food permits, it's a very well-established pathway. So OpenGov is our permitting system. If they say they want to open a food establishment, we direct them to OpenGov. OpenGov walks them through the steps and it actually has a live tracker. It actually has a live tracker so that they can see what's in progress, what needs review, may have questions, what's been denied. They can see all that already, so they know where to go next.
What about when they actually come in physically to go and get like a common vic, they come into town hall and they tell them, I need a permit to open up a business and stuff. Do they say to them, oh, by the way, you're gonna have to go to the health department or make sure?
I think
They
they,
do
I think they do tell them. They do tell them what departments to go to, but they also direct them to the OpenGov.
The open.
I think
Oh,
we only accept the electronic submission now because we want to make sure everything goes into the same place. Yeah, Sherry would know that. We know.
Because
Anna knows.
previously I worked here
Yes.
Yeah.
and people would come, everyone,
Okay.
tell them what to do.
Yeah, town clerks would know that, right?
Yep.
So, we all have we do tell them, but really like the electronic walkthrough is the best because it shows them step by step what to do, so.
We had talked about this restaurant in the minutes of, at the last meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at that time, the applications were in progress. I
The applications were in progress, but we were not aware that they were already fully operating, which they should not have been. Thanks to some sharp fire department folks, they notified us.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank for them. And
Uh,
thank you for working with both fire and police like that. That's
Yeah,
it's an accolade to you. It's not an easy thing. I've been there, done that, but they are your best friends.
they're tough over there. No, I'm kidding.
A lot of eyes and ears out there, and it's nice. Kudos to them too, that they even bother to really and truly work with you and follow through.
Yeah, I want to say you're right. Police and fire are a model to follow here in Wakefield. They take their jobs very seriously and they're very compassionate people. So they work very well with us. So we're very lucky to have these folks with us.
Thank you for taking the time to go with them and make them and let them understand and actually witness it with someone so that they can learn.
Were there any other questions? And I think, let me just, yeah, Bao's Kitchen didn't make it onto the agenda because we discovered them on Monday. So we're lumping them in other business not reasonably anticipated, but we will obviously include them in the minutes. So if anybody's interested, they can review that too, so.
How's the flu clinics going?
The flu clinics are going well. We're starting to wind down a little bit. It's sort of later in the season now, but we've completed a lot. Actually, you were at
Today was
the library clinic. Yeah, it's been going well. I think people have been able to, come and get their shots. It's very convenient. Sandy has them in her office. They can do drop-ins. Yeah, we've held quite a few events this year, so it's been an overall very successful flu shot season. And we'll have the final numbers kind of for you guys in the December meeting, or if we have a December meeting, whichever the next meeting is, we'll have final numbers for you. So.
Thank you for going to MHOA.
Oh, yes. MHOA it's always a good experience. Sometimes this work feels like you're sort of in a silo. It's a lot on a day to day, but you get to kind of learn from others, learn some tricks, and the experience has been valuable. There's a lot of directors and inspectors and nurses and other staff that have been doing this for years, so it's really good to learn from them. So
Next year, we will drag you to APHA. It's in San Antonio, Texas.
oh, okay.
And the health director out there is a former Wakefield person and former director here in the state of Massachusetts. So I'm hoping you can come and see that. I think that would be really a good accolade because I think that we have a lot of different programs, and it was weird to talk to a director that I worked with for many years and how he was in at a meeting and they were talking about something and he's looking at them like, oh, we did that like 10 years ago. And they go, what? How'd you do that? Because it's very interesting. APH is the American Public Health, and they come from actually all over the world. Had the opportunity to listen to a doctor, his speech, and then he came out with us on a field trip to the Clara Barton Museum and brought along his nurse that was also here from India. So it was very interesting. We exchanged a lot of information, and I think it's amazing to see what's going on even in the state next door to you. So next year, put that on your agenda. Well, it might be the same time frame. It's November 1st to November 4th. I just got the email.
Okay, we'll see what MHOA.
MHOA has, yeah, maybe you can send somebody to that.
Next meeting? Do we
Yeah,
need?
do we need a meeting in
Yeah.
December?
That's
Huh?
that's up to you guys. I don't anticipate anything pressing happening. Again, I've said that.
If there are appeals, are we gonna have to address that prior to the next meeting? Or
Yeah, so
those-
if they appeal within the next 7 days, generally good practice would be to address it within the next 2 weeks, from when they appeal. So I'll keep the board up to date if they do appeal, we'll start the timer today.
Maybe we could just have a meeting early, before the third week, because with the holidays, I don't know.
I mean, that will land sort of like close to Thanksgiving, unfortunately, so we'll have to kind of figure out
Yeah.
what's best for the board, but. So December, is the board interested in meeting in December?
We normally don't, do we? I know some directors that give their boards off.
If there's nothing pressing,
There's nothing pressing. I mean, especially where we're gonna have, we may have these appeals, so we may have to have.
We have another meeting.
Yeah, like anyways, so I don't know.
I'd be okay with it if
Wait,
there,
see,
like, if something comes up, I'd be happy to call you guys for a
Marcy,
meeting.
what do you think?
what do you think?
I mean, yeah, it's fine with me. I don't know if anything, I guess how we'd be contacted if we need to be engaged with
He
the
would-
open meeting law.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the open meeting law?
Law.
I'll talk to Tom right after this, well, tomorrow, talk to him tomorrow about this, and I'll ask him kind of what the timeline is. If he needs you guys to convene again earlier than, like I said, January, then he'll let us know, and I can tell him, reach out to you guys, and we can hold a meeting if we need to, that sort of thing.
Because he has to file, am I not correct? He has to file.
Oh, yes, the first
that
do
he's gonna
investigation.
say anything, then do
Yes,
investigation.
yeah, then he has to respond, well, he has to talk to us, and then he will then respond to the
Mm.
AG's office.
Yeah.
That will take some time, but before he responds, he'll talk to the board first. So I assume, well, I'll ask him how long that takes.
So do you just want to set up a meeting for December and then if we don't have anything?
Or perhaps we can talk about if, the usual meeting date would work for us.
That's
should we
yeah,
need to
it
come
would-
Together.
That's the 17th. That's the third
Okay,
Wednesday.
December 17th doesn't bother me.
Seven?
Would that kind of, would that fall into our appeals? No, because you.
No, the appeal, well, yeah, you could just say.
I mean, the appeal is, it, 3 weeks from now is Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
So I don't, I
I
don't
don't know,
be meeting during that week.
if you want to be on the appeal, if they do appeal, you can wait until a December meeting to address it, that's no real urgency.
17th is okay with me. I don't care. It is-
All right, so let's set the meeting to tentatively on the 17th. And we'll see what comes up. And if there's no pressing agenda issues, we could consider canceling, and then the 21st of January would be potentially the follow-up meeting, which would be the third Wednesday in January.
Yes.
Feeling tentatively okay with
That
January
sounds,
22nd?
yeah, that sounds like to me,
Yeah,
All right.
2026. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second the motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Silver eye.
Macaulay, aye.
Linehan, aye. So moved. All right, 8:11 adjourned.
All right, thank
And
you.
I-
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for coming.